Alright, so good day everyone. This is 4.2 Newton's first law, or what we call the law of inertia. Okay, so before we move to law of inertia, we are going to watch a video clip, right? So let's watch it. Okay, so here I'm setting up the Rubik's Cube on a almost frictionless surface with a paper. Okay, so there was minimal movement for our Rubik's Cube since it was in a two almost frictionless surfaces. So so for the other videos, you can message me. Let's move on to our lesson. So Newton's first law. For first law, for our example, so example natin kanina yung Rubik's Cube. So yung object natin na tres. So object natin na tres, velocity zero, walang nangyayari dyan, di siya gumagalaw, class. Bakit di siya gumagalaw? So meron kasi tayong, 'di ba, kapag in contact yung object natin to a surface, we have a normal force. And syempre, that is still an object with mass. So if it has mass, meron din tayong yung weight niya. So these two forces, they are equal in magnitude. Dahil hindi nagkakaroon ng motion or hindi nagkakaroon ng movement sa ating object. So kapag equal yung dalawang forces na yan, ibig sabihin the object is in equilibrium, or the object is in a state of equilibrium. So punta naman tayo sa kasi sa ating first law, may dalawa siyang pwedeng i-cover We have your object at rest and we have your object in constant motion. Ngayon naman, itong object in constant motion, may tatanungin ako sa inyo. Tama bang itong mangyayari dito, class, ay object in constant motion? So yan. Okay? So, yung. So tama ba yung nangyari ay object in constant motion? Ang sagot diyan, class, ay hindi siya object in constant motion. So yung object in constant motion kasi natin ibig sabihin, yung object natin has a velocity that is constant. Constant velocity yung pinag-uusapan natin dito. Yung nangyayari dun, hindi constant velocity. So the only part na nagkaroon ng constant velocity dun sa ating sa ating clip kanina, class, is this one. Yan. So kapag constant yung velocity natin, class, meron tayong forces around this object na uh, they let it stay for that state. They let the object stay in constant motion, in that specific state lang. So kapag object in constant motion, uh, constant velocity, no acceleration. Okay? So that part is in equilibrium. That part is in equilibrium also. So we have your object at rest and your object in constant motion. Yun yung sakop ng ating first law of motion. So let's move to the statement. Ano yung statement ba ng Newton's first law at bakit ito yung ina-explain ni sir? So Newton's first law of motion kasi, class, ito sabi niya. A body acted on by no net force moves with constant velocity, yung kanina, which may be zero. Ito naman, itong object at rest, yan yung v equals zero. yung ating object in constant motion, siya yung V is constant. Okay? Where your A is 0. Okay? So, yun yung ating Newton's first law of motion. Ano ibig sabihin yan, sir? Okay? So, yung ibig sabihin yan, when a body is either at rest or moving in constant velocity, yan, in a straight line with a constant speed, we say that the body is in the state of equilibrium. Okay? So, for a body to be in equilibrium, yan, it must be acted on by no forces. Okay? So, no forces daw. Or by several forces such that their vector sum, yun yung net force natin, yung vector sum daw, is zero. So, yung ibig sabihin dito, class, yung by no forces, okay? Sabihin natin yung mga forces natin yan, yung mga external forces. Dito sa object at rest natin kanina, walang force na nag-act sa kanya, maliban sa mga internal forces natin. Okay. Tapos, sabi dito, by several forces. Okay, so yung several forces, magkikita natin dito sa may constant motion kasi pinipigilan nilang mag-change ng direction yung ating projectile kanina or yung object. Okay? Pinipigilan nilang mag-change ng direction, pinipigilan nilang bumaba, tumaas, punta sa left, punta sa right. Okay? Tapos, ang sinasabi dito, yung lahat ng yun, yung forces na nag-ano dito kanina. Okay? So, yung vector sum nila or yung resultant nila class ay zero. So, ibig sabihin, ito yun. Ayan. Summation of forces is equal to zero. Okay? If may ganyan na tayo, syempre, meron din 'to, okay? So, hindi lang tayo kumukuha ng hindi lang natin kinukuha yung, magnitude or the forces as a whole. Siyempre, kapag magkaroon tayo ng vectors, we have your components din. Ngayon may components din natin force, which is yung force along x and yung force along y. So, ibig sabihin, if ang ating body should be in equilibrium, hindi lang dapat ito yung masatisfy. Okay? Dapat, yung summation of forces along the x should be also be satisfied. Sabi natin dapat equal din sila sa zero. Ganon din dun sa ating forces along y. Kasi nga, ang gagawin natin, yung vector sum talaga dapat nila ay zero. Okay? So, yun lang sa Newton's first law of motion. Okay? Now, let's move on sa ating um, yung Newton's second law of motion. Okay? So, yun yung law of acceleration. Okay, so yung kanina, no acceleration. Ngayon naman, meron na tayong acceleration. Okay? So, let's move. If you want yung very long na ating video clip for this Newton's second law, chat nyo na lang ako ah, para send ko na lang yung link. Okay? So, yung Newton's second law natin here, we have one example. Kinuha ko na lang yung specific clip na gagamitin natin for our Newton's second law. Yun ay ito. Okay. So, yan. Yun. Okay. So, yung nangyari dito, class, we have Efren Bata Reyes, yung best pool player natin or yung billiards champion. He made the most epic shot na sinasabi nilang Z shot. Okay? So, pakita natin yun kung ano yung Z shot. So, yung nangyari dito, nandito yung bola, punta siya doon, and then pumunta yung ating yung ball natin doon sa basket. Okay? So, yan. Yung Z shot. Okay. So, bakit ito yung ating example? Sir, dito kasi tayo magfo-focus. Yan. Okay? Sabihin natin ito yon. We have your cue ball here and we have this one, yung billiards ball. Okay? Ngayon, i-hit niya yan, may force dun, tapos pupunta siya dun. Ngayon, ang tanong, bakit siya napunta dun, sir? Okay? Eh dito naman nag-hit. Okay? So balik natin siya. Balik natin siya. Okay. I'm gonna introduce you a new principle dito sa ating mga forces class. We have the principle of transmissivity. Okay? So yung mangyayari, itong force natin na to, ililipat lang natin siya, pero dapat yung paglilipatan natin nasa line of action lang din ng ating force. Okay? So pwede nating i-redraw yung ating figure na hindi lang dito, kundi pwede rin tayo magkaroon ng force with an equal magnitude and same direction dito. Kasi nga, same in the line, ay same silang dalawa along the line of action ng ating force. Okay? So, kung titignan natin dito, class, we have your force na ganito yung direction niya, hinit. Siyempre, ito, may force na parang hihila sa kanya papunta dun or may force na tutulak sa kanya papunta dun sa direction na yun. Pero ang tanong, bakit hindi siya pumunta dun? Bakit dito siya dumiretso? Technically, dapat kung wala tayong certain circumstances here, yung certain circumstance na yan is ito. Okay? Kung wala tayong perpendicular force na i-stop sa ating object na mag-move papunta dun sa designated direction niya using the direction of the force, susundan niya talaga to. Okay? Pero yung nangyari kasi dito, class, meron kasi tayong yung cushion. Itong mga part na to, ito yung cushion. Okay, meron tayong constant na perpendicular force or normal force here na pumipigil sa ating force here. Okay? So, pinipigilan niya. So, yung y component nito na pipigilan ng ng force na perpendicular. Okay, so nauubos or na-counteract ng ating cushion yung force na in the y-axis nitong green. Okay? Kaya ang naiwan na lang is yung ating yellow which is the force along the I component along the x direction. Pero technically, class, technically, yung mangyayari sa ating ball, dito talaga siya pupunta if wala 'to. Okay, dito siya pupunta if wala 'to. Okay? So, yung explanation diyan, class, yan. Yan. A net force acting on the body causes the body to accelerate in the same direction as the net force. Okay? So, ito, move or mag-accelerate siya in the same direction as the net force. Ito yung external force na nag-act dun sa ating body at rest or body in constant motion. Okay? So let's move to another intro for our Newton's second law. Okay? So gamitin ulit natin yung example natin kanina. Okay? So to, let's say na i-hit natin tong cue ball, class. Hit natin siya. Okay? Hit. Okay, so we have that. Ayan, yan muna yung nangyari, ha? Okay? So let's move on to our yung second instance natin. Okay? Yung kanina nandito siya, ngayon ay medyo haba natin yung. Okay? Okay, so move tayo sa third instance. Ano yung third instance natin, class? Okay? So let's see. Yung. Okay. Malapit na siyang lumabas sa ating slide. Okay? So punta natin yung lahat ng cases, ha. Okay? So let's see it again. So una, to, then may force tayo yung yan. Okay? Tapos move tayo dito sa second one. May force tayo diyan, yung 2A yung acceleration na natin. Okay? Tapos we have your third, wow, grabe, ang bilis naman nun. Okay? So we have A, 2A, tapos 3A here. The arrow grows bigger and bigger kasi nga ito yung ating force gauge. Ayan yung force gauge natin. Ayan yung gaano kalaki yung force na binibigay ng ating cue stick. Okay? So, isa lang ibig sabihin yan, class. Ito yung mga yun, tapos, we have your mass here. Mass natin is ito. Okay? So, yung net force natin or yung summation forces natin, ito yung F1. Tapos, naging A. Okay? Next naman, we have summation forces. Tapos, yung force natin times 2. I think so, times 2. So, 2F1, nag-times 2 din yung ating acceleration. Okay? So, move tayo sa sa last. We have net force times 3. Times 3 din yung ating acceleration. Okay? So, yung nangyari dito, class, si F natin is directly proportional sa ating A. Kapag, kapag tinanong tayo about the relationship of our force to the acceleration using your Newton's second law of motion. Okay? So, directly proportional yung dalawang yan. Yan. May explanation tayo dito. Yung. Okay, so for any given body, the magnitude of acceleration yan na, directly proportional to the magnitude of the net force acting on the body. Okay, so yan lang yung yung figure natin kanina, ito yung sinasabi niya. And let's move to our ito. Diba? Yan, yan. Heat niya, may acceleration tayo. We have your net force here. So, itong M natin class, equal yan dito. Pero pwede naman nating i-range into this one. Okay. Ang ating force ay in newtons and ang ating mass times acceleration is kgm per s squared. Isa lang ibig sabihin na to class ay 1 newton natin is the amount of net force that gives an acceleration of 1 meter per second squared to a body with a mass of 1 kg. So, ibig sabihin ito yung derived na unit for our force. Okay? Ito na yung ating formula. And now let's move on to another case for our, hindi naman siya case, another example or figure for our Newton's second law of motion. Okay, so let's say we have mass 1. Itong mass na to, hihilain natin yung glass. Okay, so tignan natin kung ano mangyari. Hinila. Yan. Okay, hinila with a net force. Okay, so sabihin natin, nung hinila natin with the net force, si mass 1, nagkaroon siya ng acceleration 1. Okay? Ngayon naman, let's say we have mass 2. Ito mas maliit to dun sa una class, ha? Okay? Siyempre may tali din yan at hihilain pa rin natin yan. Okay? With the same net force. Okay? Pero since mas lumiit yung ating mas lumiit yung ating mass class, yung ating acceleration, medyo mas humaba siya dyan sa ating yung arrow natin na yellow. Okay? So, yung isa lang yung ibig sabihin dito, class. Yung ating mass, siya naman ngayon yung inversely proportional sa ating acceleration. Okay? Inversely proportional yung ating acceleration sa ating mass. So, yun lang yun. Kapag bumaba si mass, kailangan taasan ni acceleration para habulin niya yung ating net force. Okay? So, if same yung net force ng masses natin, sabihin na lang natin yung net force nung una is equal to m times a kasi base sa ating formula. So, ibig sabihin yung net force natin dito is equal to m2 a2. Ngayon, since same yung ating net forces, yung mangyayari dyan ay ito. Okay? So, same net force to, net force din yan. So, ibig sabihin M1A1 is equal to M2A2. Okay. Ngayon, anong mangyayari kapag ito? Ayan, pagdikitin natin yung dalawang mass natin, tapos syempre may tali rin tayo, hihilain pa rin natin yan. Kapag hinila natin yan, class, yan, with the same net force, tapos meron na tayong A3, paano na natin yan gagawin yung ating equation. Okay? So yung equation natin dito class, since this is mass 1 and 2, hindi natin ifa-factorin yung friction kasi pinagdikit na natin sila. Okay? So mangyayari dyan, gamitin natin to, eto. Okay? So yan na. Ang ating force, ay net force is equal to yung mass ng dalawa times the acceleration. Yung third acceleration natin kasi ibang figure na to. Yung dalawa kanina na magkahiwalay tapos itong pangatlo yun yung magkadikit. Okay? So yan. Move na tayo sa statement ng ating Newton's second law of motion. If an external force acts on a body, okay, external force, yung net force natin, the body accelerates, syempre. Okay. The direction of acceleration is same as the direction of the net force, tama, from the first figure natin kanina. And the mass of the body times the acceleration of the body equals the net force vector, which is ito yun. Okay. Syempre, kunin muna natin yan and yung kapag F lang nakikita natin dyan, that is a vector. Tapos vector natin may components. So, ibig sabihin, hindi lang dyan nag-a-apply yan. Ibig sabihin, eto. Okay? So, yung f of x din, dapat equal to max, f of y, may, f of z is equal to maz. Okay? So, yan. For Newton's second law, yan. Summation of forces or the net force vector is equal to mass times the acceleration of the body. Okay? So, stay tuned for our example. Okay? So, this is the 4.2 and 4.3 ng ating physics lesson. So, thank you for watching and stay tuned for our next video.